President Trump's budget bill is facing a new setback.
Senate Republicans are scrambling to make changes to get the spending packages on the president's desk by July 4th. KCAL News reporter Jared Hill joins us live from New York. And Jared, the clock is ticking to get this budget package done.
Yeah, that's right, Chris and Kalina, because President Trump has a self-imposed deadline that is literally right around the corner. Medicaid cuts are proving to be both a GOP policy dispute and a procedural problem with this. President Trump is pressing his caucus to get the bill passed, posting on social media, "No one goes on vacation until it's done." It's President Donald Trump's last-minute push for Congress to pass his massive tax cuts and spending bill.
We'll deliver a record tax cut.
His self-imposed deadline, July 4th. But the Republican package has faced setbacks in the Senate. Fiscal conservatives argue it adds too much to the deficit. Moderate Republicans worry about the tougher Medicaid requirements, and the Senate parliamentarians' issues with the Medicaid changes could send lawmakers back to the drawing board.
Everything is challenging, but they're all speed bumps.
Senators are also split, this time along party lines, over President Trump's claims that nuclear sites in Iran were obliterated by U.S. strikes over the weekend. They received a classified briefing Thursday.
They blew these places up in a major league way.
We have not obliterated the program.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth also defended the strikes in a news conference and scolded the media for how it was covered.
You want to call it destroyed, you want to call it defeated, you want to call it obliterated, choose your word. This was an historically successful attack.
Meanwhile, uncertainty over a possible meeting with Iran. President Trump said that it's happening next week. Yesterday, the White House press secretary said so far, no meetings are scheduled. And according to Iranian state TV this morning, there are no agreements, arrangements, or decision to negotiate with the U.S. So we'll have to keep an eye on whether those meetings actually do happen. Back to you.
Well, Jared, speaking of meetings, President Trump saying late yesterday that the U.S. and China have signed an agreement on trade, but we don't have very many details on that. Have you learned anything more about the terms exactly?
Yeah, and actually, Kalina, the language around this agreement is important because both countries are now saying that they have agreed to a framework for a trade deal. So this is the very beginning stages of this. At the center of it appears to be rare earth minerals. China says that in return for exporting some of those minerals to the U.S., the United States will cancel a series of, as they call it, restrictive measures taken against China. But there are no details at this point because it seems as though whatever the agreement is that they've just agreed to make an agreement about something at some point.
Yeah, a lot to come from this.
Yeah.
Okay, Jared, thank you so much.
Now you can get your KCAL news, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.